Good morning everyone. This is Mrs. Anjum Aleem from Springfield's Masap Tank, biology teacher for class 9th. Children, we have completed lesson number 3 in my last video. Now today I shall be starting plasma membrane lesson number 4. So we have seen so far what are cells and tissues, and we also know by now that the cells are surrounded by a membrane that is called as a cell membrane. The other name of the cell membrane is plasma membrane. So we will study in detail about the plasma membrane today. Thank you. Let us start with osmosis. What is osmosis? The simple definition of osmosis is the process where water molecules move from higher concentration to lower concentration through a semi-permeable membrane called the plasma membrane. That means the water moves from the place where there are more water molecules available to the place where there are less water molecules available. We can take one very good example of roots. The water is more available in the soil and it is absorbed by the roots with the help of root hairs by osmosis. The water is entering into the walls of the cell, that is through the plasma membrane. Osmosis is of two types. I will tell you more uses and importance of osmosis in our daily life in my coming videos. So basically osmosis is of two types, exosmosis and the endoosmosis. Exosmosis is the process in which water leaves the cell. It's called as exosmosis. That is, the water is leaving the cell. For example, if you take one egg and put it in dilute HCl, the outer calcium carbonate covering gets dissolved and only the inner pulp is left over, the inner part of the egg is left over. If you keep that egg in salt water and measure the width of the egg will reduce because the egg will shrink after some time, because the water from the egg will come out through the plasma membrane into the salt water, making the size of the egg small, that is shrinking of the egg. Endoosmosis is, suppose if you keep the same D-shell egg which you have taken before, for example, if you take an egg and then keep it in a dilute HCl, it will become D-shell. Then put it in tap water, distilled water. In distilled water, the water will enter into the egg, making the size of egg larger. That is, the width of the egg increases. So endoosmosis, I can give you a very good another example, raisins, dry fruits. If you must have observed your mothers putting them in water, after some time they swell. That swelling is because of the endoosmosis. Similarly, shrunken vegetables, if you put them in fresh water, they become fresh. That is because of endoosmosis. Now here I want to show you just now what I have discussed with you. We are taking the egg. You must have observed boiled eggs. Boiled eggs, when you remove the outer shell, there is a thin membrane, white membrane, which we remove that also. We don't eat that. So that membrane is called as a plasma membrane. So to do the exosmosis and endoosmosis, we do this experiment. We take an egg and keep it in a beaker containing dilute HCl to de-shell it so that the outer shell made up of calcium carbonate dissolves and the inner part of the egg is left over. If you put that egg in a concentrated solution of salt or sugar, it shrinks. Why? Because of exosmosis. The water is leaving the plasma membrane of the egg into the water beaker. And if you keep the same egg in the beaker containing distilled water, then the water from the beaker enters into the egg, making it endoosmosis. You can see in this slide the size of the eggs. They are not boiled eggs, remember. Now another activity is the potato activity to study the osmosis, we can conduct the potato activity, where we take a potato. As you can see, we can make a cut in it as shown in the slide. We take a raw potato. Materials required are 1 raw potato, beaker, bowl, 2 pins, water and sharp knife. First we take a potato. You can also do it with the boiled potato. We peel it off and we cut it in a shape of cup as shown. And we fill it with sugar solution, and make a marking with the pin, and keep this potato in a petri dish containing distilled water. After some time you will observe that the water from the petri dish level goes down and the level of the sugar solution inside the potato will increase. That is because of endosmosis. I hope you got it. What have we done? We have actually taken a potato, peeled it, make a cut, cup shape, fill it with sugar solution, mark it the level with the pin, and keep it in a petri dish containing tray containing water, and see that the potato does not it is not sunk into the tray or beaker, whatever you take. The level of the water should be only half of the potato. After 4 to 5 hours, we observe that the level of the sugar solution inside the potato will rise because of the endosmosis. Now, what is the actual function of the plasma membrane? First is shape. It provides definite shape to semi-fluid contents of the cell. Yes, because of the plasma membrane, the inside contents of the cell are in their particular shape. Mechanical barrier. It functions as a mechanical barrier and protects the internal contents of the cell. Yes, it is a barrier for the cell. Selectively permeability. That is, this membrane, plasma membrane, determines what substance are to be allowed entry or exit from the cell. And it also helps in performing osmosis. It occurs due to pressure of tiny water channels in the plasma membrane. And endocytosis, it enables the cells to engulf food and other substances from its external environment. For example, amoeba you must have observed. Do you know the structure of amoeba? Amoeba is a unicellular organism. It is having the cell membrane outside, plasma membrane. Now this plasma membrane protrudes and forms finger-like projections called pseudopodia. The pseudopodia will, whenever a food particle comes near it, it will engulf it. That is, through the pseudopodia, the food particle is engulfed through the plasma membrane. These are the functions of the plasma membrane. So today we have seen what is osmosis, exosmosis and endosmosis. We have also seen exosmosis and endosmosis through egg activity and potato activity. The functions of the plasma membrane. For today's homework, write an activity to show the process of exosmosis and endosmosis. Explain the different functions of plasma membrane. I hope you understood the concept. Thanks for watching this video.